Welcome to Writer's Workshop for Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. This is Ms. Phillips, and thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, I want to let you know of what you will need for today's lesson. The supplies you will need today are a pencil, your writing journal, and your student copy of Along the Santa Fe Trail. The student copy can be found in the framework for today or as a material in Google Classroom. Go ahead and pause the video now and collect your supplies, and then come back when you're ready. Everybody ready? Okay, let's get started. The writing workshop objectives for the day are: I will explain the use of a word bank and why writers use them. We will use various strategies to determine word meaning, and then you will use a word bank to brainstorm ideas from Along the Santa Fe Trail to utilize when writing your letters. Remember, writers, and when I say writers, I'm referring to you. We will be writing letters requesting information about traveling west in the 1850s. Our focal text, Along the Santa Fe Trail, has many words and phrases that can help you identify what you are curious about. Here is a word bank with words that may be helpful and useful to form ideas. Go ahead and copy this word bank down now into your writing journal so that you can reference it during the lesson. When you finish copying the word bank, come back and press play. Okay, now that you have finished copying the word bank, I want you to look at this word first. This first word, scout. Take some time to find the word scout within the text Along the Santa Fe Trail. Pause now and find the word in the text. Okay, have you found the word scout? Let's see if you found it correctly. The word scout can be seen on page 6 of Along the Santa Fe Trail. Now that we've found the word scout, follow along as I read the sentence the word is used in aloud. My stepfather, Mr. Mahoney, was an experienced scout, but he was killed by the Indians while on a scouting expedition on the prairies. Based on the context of this sentence, what do you think the word scout means? Let's look at the definition of the word scout as shown in the online dictionary. The definition of the word scout is, as a noun, a person sent out to obtain information, and as a verb, to make a search or hunt. In this case, in this sentence, scout is used as a noun. What do you believe the meaning of the word is, judging by the definitions we have read and the context clues from the text? If you answered that the word scout means a person sent out to obtain information, then pat yourself on the back. You are correct. Great job. Now, knowing what you know now, why would this word be helpful in a letter requesting information about traveling west in the 1850s? Take a moment to pause the video and answer this question in your writing journal. When you're finished, come back and press play to continue. There are many different ways that you could have answered this question. However, I believe the word scout would be beneficial information for my letter because I want to write as if I am a person from the 1850s, wanting to know more about travel to the West before I decide to make the journey. I may use the word scout by asking questions like, what have scouts experienced along their journey? And how did the scouts survive the trek? These are questions I could use in my letter later. I want you to think of words and phrases, 2 to 3, that you may use in your letters and add them to your word banks in your journal. As an example, I'm going to do the same. As I look for words in the story, I come across the word buffalo. I know that a buffalo is a type of animal. I even know that what a buffalo looks like. But I also have many questions about the buffalo. I want to know if the travelers ate buffalo. I also want to know if it was dangerous to encounter a buffalo on the trail. I'm wondering if a single buffalo ever travels alone, or do they travel in herds or groups? Because I'm curious about it, I'm going to add the word buffalo to my word bank, even though I already know its definition. This way, when I'm writing my letter later, I can refer back to it and know what to put to my letter. Go ahead and pause the video now and write down two to three new words or phrases into your word bank. Okay, are you back? Do you have 2 to 3 new words? I hope so. These will be used now on the assignment and in the future later for your letter. Now it's your turn on the assignment. Using the new words you have collected and added to your word bank, write a sentence for each word that tells you what you want to know about that word, or what you know about the words, or what you might use, how you might use the word in your letter later. Remember, you should have 2 to 3 words, so therefore you should have 2 to 3 sentences. You could always have more. Also, you are using your new words to brainstorm ideas for your letter that you will be writing in the future, so make sure you're giving this prompt your all. Have a great day of learning, and thank you for joining me.